Okay, Trump, love you, bro, but dude, we're coming for you. We're coming for you. We're figuring things out now. Pakistan, you need Pakistan. Trump needs Pakistan. Modi didn't stand a chance. This is all part of the big picture that Trump had to begin with. He can't leave Pakistan. He's promised them things. I'm sure he has. I'm just saying, I think he has. I'm pretty sure, because here we are with when we go to Rockbridge and we go into Capitol 1789, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't watch this from the beginning to the end, you're really going to miss out on what is actually happening here in the pieces that are getting put together, that Trump is literally in bed with Pakistan. Not only do we know that, but from beginning to the end till now, you're going to be seeing more of Trump visiting with Pakistan, not with Modi. He can't do that. He's in debt right now to Pakistan, and he is going for a parallel economy. It's part of the empire that he's building, that he's been able to concentrate on for 4 years while he's been out of office. And now we're seeing the pieces get put together. It's been hard. It's been more difficult to find these guys. It's been hard because Trump, you can't start from like a normal politician, start from the top and work your way down. He doesn't have any money. He doesn't have any connections. So you got to go down, find his connections, and work your way up, in which we're doing. And ladies and gentlemen, please like, subscribe, click that notification button so when we get information out, you can get information in. And I'm going to go ahead and let this play. So hopefully you watch it from the beginning to the end. You're going to find a lot of stuff that you didn't know. It gives us a very good idea the way he's got to back off. He's got to back off. Anyway, let me know what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Modi never stood a chance. Come to find out, it looks like everything's been pre-planned before now. Before Trump has made the decisions that he's making now, they were already preordained to say. Jared Kushner was the senior advisor to Donald Trump in the White House from January 20th, 2017 until January 20th, 2021, which was the last day of the Trump administration. Kushner, however, who is Ivanka Trump's husband, Trump's son-in-law, has business dealings with Saudi Arabia and its Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Now, after leaving the White House, Mr. Kushner's private equity firm received a $2 billion investment from Saudi Arabia's sovereign wealth fund. $2 billion as an investment. So Kushner and Trump have very close ties with Saudi Arabia. Now we fast forward to the presidential election of 2024, which was Tuesday, November 5th, 2024. The following day, November 6th, on Wednesday, November 6th, Saudi Crown Prince and Mohammed bin Salman received Pakistan Army Chief General Asim Munir in Riyadh on Wednesday. So we think about Trump and Modi having a great relationship, which they do. But did Modi and Trump ever talk or have discussions or outside friendships or do business deals together while Trump was not in office? And that probably would be weird, right? So he didn't do that. But many other countries still kept in contact and showed their support to Trump while he was out of office, out of public office. And that time out of office seems to be like more important than anyone knew it would be. Why is Trump all of a sudden shaking hands and having meetings, lifting sanctions on Syria after 20 years of backlash? Well, when Saudi Prince Mohammed bin Salman, we go back to Saudi, set up the meeting with Ahmad al-Sharaa, a former Islamist militant with ties to Al-Qaeda who spent years with a U.S. government bounty on his head. And Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman can do that because he has billions of dollars invested with the Trump family. And of course, more of that money is to come. And he's known for selling what? He's known for selling oil. And what's Pakistan's and the United States' biggest headline right now? Oil in Pakistan. Deals being made with the U.S. Oil in Pakistan. So the Saudi prince has Trump's ear and his interest.
Drill, baby, drill.
So much so that the president of the United States is making deals with in other countries because this Saudi prince has family ties to the Trump administration. You see, Trump losing the election was the worst thing for America that could ever happen because it gave America 4 years of Biden weirdness. It gave Trump 4 years to put together a team to open hedge funds and put his pieces in place for siphoning that government money. Now we're talking hundreds of billions of dollars that he has access to now. And in the first term, he didn't have that concept. He didn't have, or the luxury of doing this money sucking from the government, and he concentrated on being president. But he hadn't put those pieces together in order. Now, the second term, he's got the system down pat. And it's a shame now with what he's doing. You see, people wanted to get it, like I said, he wanted to get rid of the woke deep state, not form another deep state with conservative views. And now that we're digging into this shady business maneuvers while Biden was in office, Trump was putting together his team of his own that could manipulate the system. And it's full of hedge funds and federal grant funds and real estate gurus with Fannie Mae. And the most concerning one might be the cryptocurrency and World Liberty Financial. But they're all very concerning, which, I mean, there's a piece in every pie, which now is starting to show signs of telling what the future is going to hold before it even comes, like someone as myself was able to compass what was going to happen between India and the United States just by going to go look at the world financial market cap and seeing what the money that was put in and drawn out, and there had a huge spike the day before. So we were able to understand that the deal is not going down. It's not going down, and it's not going down not because they don't have another day to negotiate, because they're not going to let it happen. You see, Trump 1.0 never took advantage of the insider trading in his first term, but Trump 2.0 has got a team doing it for him, and his hands are going to be clean when he gets out. And he will be 10 times wealthier than he is now. This stuff that he's doing is making the mafia look like a daycare. And I think a lot of people are going to be okay with it since it's not a woke mafia. It's a polar opposite and will battle the former woke deep state at their own game. So putting the pieces together here that we're seeing gets very, very interesting and complex. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Omid Malik. He was born in 1979 or 1980 and is an American banker and executive. He's the founder and CEO of the merchant bank Favar Partners. He was born in New Jersey to an Iranian mother and Pakistan father. He worked at a corporate lawyer firm, so he's a lawyer, and later worked at Bank of America Merrill Lynch. Later reports indicated that Malik was forced out after investigations into allegations of inappropriate conduct, which Malik disputed and filed a $100 million arbitration claim against Bank of America on the basis of defamation, retaliation, breach of contract, and discrimination against his Muslim background. In July 2018, the Bank of America settled the case and paid Malik an 8-figure sum. In 2022, Malik founded 1789 Capital, a venture firm which focuses on products, companies, and associated with conservative values. In 2023, it made its first investment into a new media company led by Tucker Carlson and Neil Patel. Keep that in mind. Why is Omid Malik being mentioned? Because it's Donald Trump Jr.'s new boss. Once again, let me mention that Omid Malik was a very big contributor to the Democratic Party. He was a Democrat his whole life before this new venture, who started the new media company, 1789 Capital. Its 1789 Capital is an American venture capital firm based in Palm Beach, Florida, next to the Trump house, I guess. The firm was founded in 2022 by members of Rockbridge Network. In 2023, it made its first investment into the new media company led by Tucker Carlson. Shortly after Donald Trump won 2024 presidential election, Trump's son, Donald Jr., announced he would be joining as a partner at 1789 Capital instead of joining his father in government positions. So he now works for Omid Malik. Donald Trump Jr. is working for him now. Which brings us to the next piece of the puzzle, which is Rockbridge Network, which is a conservative political advocacy group founded by J.D. Vance and Chris Buskirk. Once again, Chris Buskirk is one of the founders of 1789 Capital, along with Omid Malik. And as we tie all this together, I don't know if anybody of you out there know Gentry Beach. He's an American businessman. He mainly focuses on real estate. So we've got three here: media, real estate, and oil. Gentry Beach, CEO and founder of High Ground Holdings and chairman of Paramount USA, called the Professor Yunus to express his company's interest in investing further in Bangladesh. So he's going to Bangladesh in investing, he's going to Turkey, he's going to Pakistan, and has he been to India is the question. We don't know. Now here we are. Malik and Donald Trump Jr. are partners in the 1789 Capital. Beach and Donald Trump Jr. have collaborated on investments. They are friends. They went to college together. In April 2020, 2025, the executive branch of Washington, D.C. private membership club opened with a party that was reported to have included members of the Trump administration, wealthy CEOs, tech founders, and policy experts. Remember, this is during Trump's administration. The club was founded by Trump and is owned by Trump. It's owned by Trump. Omid Malik, Chris Buskirk of Rockbridge Network, and 1789 Capital, and Alex and Steve Witkoff, sons of Steve Witkoff. So now we have the Witkoffs who are involved, and we know that Steve Witkoff right now is with Vladimir Putin today, trying to get that Ukraine deal thing going. He had to step away from his private dealings and put his sons in charge so that they could make the money during the Trump administration, and he couldn't be tied to it. Now, as it mentions Alex and Steve Witkoff, the sons of Steve Witkoff, it did not mention one person here who is the other son. Zach Witkoff has been active in Pakistan alongside other countries promoting the cryptocurrency venture World Liberty Financial, a company that he co-founded. Now, Zach Witkoff and associates from World Liberty Financial have engaged with officials in Pakistan, including the Pakistan Crypto Council. There were discussions about using blockchain technology to tokenize buying and selling of Pakistan's rare earth minerals. Now, we all know that Pakistan is using the assumption that there's $50 trillion of rare earth minerals under their ground, and here we are finding out that they want to purchase these minerals with a cryptocurrency, so people can invest in the cryptocurrency and say, okay, you have a piece of these, you have a part of these minerals. We see the meeting with the Pakistani officials. Witkoff, along with other WLF, met with high-level Pakistani officials, including Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Chief Army Staff General Asim Munir, to discuss WLF's activity in the country. Steve Witkoff's son is talking to the same people that President Trump is talking to about a cryptocurrency deal that Trump holder of, that he owns the majority of stakes, 60 to 75% or something like that. But here we are, and they're discussing the oil and the rare minerals and how they're going to be purchasing the funds that they could use to purchase these minerals with. And when you go deeper, you find out that a senior finance minister from Pakistan once met with the wife of U.S. Secretary Defense Pete Hegseth and a 19-year-old friend of Donald Trump to discuss digital asset issues. And to keep the ball rolling, Beach's 20-year-old son, Gentry Beach Jr., met with Pakistan Finance Minister Mohammad Aurangzeb in Islamabad in February to discuss opportunities for developing the cryptocurrency industry in Pakistan. Now, we know Gentry Beach is doing the real estate, so he's got his son now with the cryptocurrency in Pakistan. Alongside Beach Jr., a Dubai sheikh, so we have Dubai, a Russian tech, we have Russia, and a co-founder of the crypto project Islamic Coin also attended the meeting. And a Chinese-born crypto entrepreneur, Justin Sun, who invested $75 million and currently serves as the company advisor. On Thursday night, Justin Sun attended a cryptocurrency-related dinner as a guest with who? Trump. So we take a look at Justin Sun, and he's a Chinese-born entrepreneur and cryptocurrency billionaire, best known as the founder of Tron. He invested $75 million in World Liberty Financial, the Trump family's crypto venture, in 2024, coinciding with the SEC dropping a market manipulation lawsuit against him in February 2025, raising speculation of political influence. So he's big in the crypto world, but he's not nearly as big as Changpeng Zhao, CZ, who's the founder and former CEO of Binance. And he's been linked to the World Liberty Financial, a cryptocurrency venture backed by Trump family again, primarily through reported business interactions and denials of deeper involvement, of course. But Binance, under CZ's influence and its principal owner, provided support for WLF by writing the basic code for USD1, which is World Liberty Financial's stablecoin. And the connection to Pakistan's Crypto Council and WLF, the CZ founder, the founder and former CEO of Binance, was appointed as a strategic advisor to the PCC, the Pakistan Crypto Council. Now Pakistan has connections to Trump in more ways than one. So what do we have going on here? And where I'm bringing us all back to for this particular entourage of connecting the dots and putting the pieces of the puzzle together to the Trump administration's empire that is being built. Remember, J.D. Vance started Rockbridge, And this all ties into the Rockbridge. Now, this is before J.D. Vance was the candidate that was going to be the vice president. So honestly, Byron Donalds had no chance either. And all those other candidates that were vetted for VP, they had no chance. Trump knew exactly who he was going to make as a vice president. J.D. Vance opening this Rockbridge Center. Okay. And that first group was reported on in 2022 by the New York Times after the group held a meeting at Mar-a-Lago. At that meeting, Chris Buskirk, Omid Malik, and Rebecca Mercer reportedly stated they're starting discussions how to finance a parallel economy of conservative businesses. And this discussion led to the founding of 1789 Capital. So we're looking now at what we're seeing as coming into play. What is a focus and what is a vision of a parallel economy, a private parallel economy for now what is the new deep state and elites that the United States has done before with the Rockefellers, now is being done in a totally new way, in digital way, along with oil and real estate and media, to have their own deep state and parallel economy and defeat the one that was made prior to them doing it. So I don't know how a lot of people are going to feel about this, but I can say that there's a lot more to this story that we don't know. But as we connect these dots, we're finding a lot of nothing burgers, but we are finding some burgers that actually have meat behind it, that actually do fit. And once we do find out how it's all fitting together, we're going to let you know.